Hi, my name is Holly Rust, and this is my presentation on Muslim prayer and fasting. Salat is the obligatory practice of prayer. It's over 1400 years old and was done by the Prophet Muhammad. It takes place during 5 different parts of the day: at dawn, midday, the late afternoon, just after sunset, and between sunset and midnight. Though it's not specified how many times or exactly at what time one should pray in the Quran, this is a standard schedule that Muhammad presented that is still followed to this day. And it doesn't matter where one participates in Salat, whether that be in their mosque, in their home, or at their workplace. It's important for them to be facing Mecca, as it is a symbol of worldwide Muslim unity. Salat is always started with making Voodoo, which is a ritual cleansing from physical impurities. Voodoo is done in steps and has to be done correctly in order for it to be valid. It is done by washing the hands, mouth, nose, face, and arms 3 times each, and then the back of the hair and ears washed once, and then finished off with the feet, each being washed 3 times. Wudu must be done before Salat, but can be nullified by any natural discharge or falling asleep or unconsciousness of any kind. If wudu is nullified, the whole process must be done again before participating in the next prayer. After wudu, the prayer can begin. Each of the 5 prayers has a recitation from the Quran that goes with it, but the movements of the prayer are all identical. Each prayer starts with entering into the state of prayer by glorifying God. This is called takbir. The next part of the prayer is called qiyam, which is when Muslims place their right hand over their left while they're standing and praying a prayer of glorifying God and seeking his protection. Then it's ruku, which means bowing. Muslims bow and then they say 3 times, "Glory be to God, the Most Great." Then qiyam is done again, after which it's sujud, which means to prostrate or lay down on the ground. While in prostration, "Glory be to God, the Most High" is repeated 3 times. During sujud, it's important that the palms, knees, toes, forehead, and nose are the only parts of the body that touch the ground. After sujud, it's followed by tashahhud, where a set of number of short prayers are recited in Arabic. These are prayers of praising God and sending peace to the Prophet. Also during this time, they raise their forefinger on their right hand to signify their witness. The prayer ends by turning their face from the right to the left and saying, "Peace be upon you and the mercy and blessings of Allah." This is said to the angels that Muslims believe accompany each person and record their actions. This process is repeated at each of the 5 prayers throughout the day. Muslims are not limited to the 5 prayers a day and can pray privately whenever they want, but these are the 5 prayers that must be done by every Muslim. There is one variation in the week to the 5 prayers a day, and that is Friday prayer, called Yom al-Jum'ah, or Day of Assembly. On Fridays during Zuhr, or the midday prayer, Muslims meet in their mosques and participate in khutbah, which is a 2-part sermon which is led by an imam. Now let's talk about Psalm, or the fast. Ramadan is an obligatory fast that all able Muslims must partake in. It takes place during the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, called Ramadan. Ramadan starts with the sighting of the new moon, which varies year to year. During the 30 days of Ramadan, Muslims abstain from food and drink from dawn until dusk. There are certain groups of people that are not required to participate in Ramadan, among them being prepubescent children, the elderly, pregnant or breastfeeding mothers, and those who are not able to fast. During Ramadan, it is customary to start with a pre-fast or suhr meal, which is done before dawn, and then after nightfall is the iftar meal, which literally translates to break fast. It is believed that Muhammad would break his fast with dates and a glass of water, so that is what most Muslims do now. After the fast is broken, many Muslims participate in the Tarawih, which is a long night prayer at the mosque where the imam recites parts of the Quran. After the 30 days have passed of Ramadan, everyone participates in the Eid al-Fitr, which is a 3-day end of Ramadan celebration feast. The name Ramadan comes from the Arabic root aramad, which means scorching heat, and is one of the names of God in Islam. Ramadan came about when, in the year 610 AD, the angel Gabriel revealed the Quran to the Prophet Muhammad during the 9th month of the Islam calendar. It is not known the exact day that Muhammad received the Quran, but is believed to have been in the last 10 days. The day that Muhammad received it is known as Layla Qadar, which means night of power. It is also believed that during Ramadan, the gates of heaven are open and the gates of hell are closed. Muslims believe that they are more inclined to do good during this time because the devil and his servants are unable to tempt the Muslim people. That is all I have. I hope you enjoyed learning about these religious practices as much as I did, and here are my references.